Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I do a taping method called reverse tape. And what this does is it allows you to use all the edges of your paper so you're not covering up part of it. And I've really loved this method of taping because of that. So if I cut out a 9x12, it's going to be a 9x12, and that's what I love the most. And I put all my work up on these panel boards. I just went to a hardware store and it's a thin panel board, and I get them cut out, and then I have various different sizes, and then I will tape up work and have it ready to create on ahead of time. And that really helps me when I'm painting, to keep motivated and to get started, because sometimes this process can get in my way quite often. So basically I got my 9x12 here and I flip it over. This is a UART 600 grade sanded pastel paper. That's what I mainly use. And this is just an artist tape that I got off Amazon. And it's a 1/2 inch. And then what I do is I measure it out to the size of the paper. And then you're only going to be going halfway. You can see through this paper a little bit, where it's a little bit see-through there, and you can kind of see that it's halfway. And then I go around and I tape all the edges. Now in my other video, I'm going to show you how I mount my paper first, because I mainly mount all my paper now. And that helps me in my process, because when the painting's done, I don't have this bow or anything like this. So see how when you can buy your sheets flat, it's not as bad, but sometimes getting them to flatten out can be a little bit of a challenge. And I buy mine all on rolls, so it can be a little bit more curving, the paper. And I find mounting it is a lot easier to frame when they take it to the framers. So that's what I do, and I'll be showing that in one of the next videos. So I just do all 4 edges. When it's mounted, I only do the top and the bottom. When it's not mounted like this, I do all 4 edges, because I really want to work on a flat surface that isn't buckling or anything. And then I'll generally just take these edges that are a little bit over, and I'll take the excess off. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, you'll see why when I flip it over. All right, doesn't have to be perfect. And then you pull that up. And then I flip it over. Sometimes it pulls up a little bit of that board, but that's not really important. Doesn't really bother me. And then see how it's half over. So that's sticky. So now we're going to take that and we're going to go over it again. And that's our border. So we want to go over the edges just a hair. Start at the top here. And you don't want to have this go over onto the paper. So I'm just lining it up. You can see that it's just at that spot where it's on the edge there. And then I can push that down. And then I can go around and do the other edges. And you can see how this is still puffed up a bit. I'll lay it down and then do the bottom one next so I can lay it flat. And you can pull this back up and move it around and adjust it. It's not permanent. And it might seem like a lot of work for a piece, but I just find when my paper is bowed at all, it drives me a little crazy. I mean, you can just do the top and bottom for this. It works either way, but and you see you can go all the way up to the edge of your paper, which I love. And now you're ready to paint.